Welcome, Tech Explorers. Ever wondered what actually happens inside your computer? Today, we are looking at the computing blueprint. Look at this system core matrix. It's packed with a massive 16 core CPU and a 16 gigabytes graphics engine. But the real secret is the multi core architecture. It allows for parallel processing, meaning the computer can handle many tasks at the exact same time without breaking a sweat. With high bandwidth interconnects keeping lag to a minimum, data travels at lightning speed. Let's dive deeper. Where did the word computer even come from? It all starts with the Latin root compute, which literally means to calculate. In Hindi, we call it Sanganak, a direct translation for a calculation machine. And meet the legend himself, Charles Babbage. Known as the father of the computer, this London-born genius dreamt of a machine that could think in numbers long before electronics even existed. It's amazing how ancient languages paved the way for our digital future. Let's break down what a COMPUTER actually is. It stands for Commonly Operated Machine, particularly used in technical, educational, and research fields. Basically, it's a framework designed for more than just games, whether it's solving complex equations in a lab or helping you with a school project. This machine is a specialized tool for technical and educational research. It's a blueprint for organized intelligence. Computers haven't always been smart. In the beginning, they were purely for mathematical calculations, basically giant, heavy calculators. But look at them now. We call it universal utility. They are everywhere, from banking systems and corporate offices to smart homes and your school. Whether you're editing video, writing a report, or managing a shop, the computer has become an essential part of every single sector of modern life. It's truly the machine of everything. Here is a reality check. A computer actually has zero independent thought. It might seem smart, but it strictly executes only what it has been told to do. We call this the logic limit. Without your input and preloaded commands, the system is just a dormant, inert box. It follows predefined rules perfectly, but it doesn't understand the world like you do. It needs a human spark to come to life. To make a computer work, you need two types of people. First, there's the user, also known as the operator. That's likely you. You drive the machine to do daily tasks using software. But then there's the programmer, the creator. These are the wizards who write the logic and create the programs that tell the computer how to function in the first place. One person uses the tool while the other builds the rules that make the tool possible. Think of a computer as a perfect team, software and hardware. We call this the core symbiosis. Software is the intelligence, it's the preloaded info and commands. Hardware is the muscle, it's the physical part that receives those commands and does the heavy lifting. Here's the catch. Without hardware, software is useless, and without software, hardware is just junk. They have a mutual dependency, they need each other to exist. How do your commands get to the machine's muscles? Meet the operating system or the system software. Think of the OS as a vital bridge. When you start a command in an app, the OS creates harmony, coordinating between your request and the physical machine. It passes the message to the CPU hub, which then tells the hard drive, RAM, and graphics card exactly what to do. Without this bridge, you'd just be clicking on a silent screen. Let's wrap up with the physical body of the computer. It's divided into three modules: the core, your processor, and motherboard; the vault, your memory and hard disk; and the interface, things like your keyboard, mouse, and monitor. Every modern computer follows the same fundamental principle: a machine divided into two realms: software, the logic, and hardware, the physical. Now you know the blueprint. Which part of the system do you think is most important? Let us know in the comments.